Hello loves, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down the lunar eclipse in Scorpio that's happening tomorrow, May 5th. I'm sorry this video is late, and I'm sorry we didn't do the weekly healing circle. Your girl was under the weather. As you can tell, I'm still a little congested, but we coming back, okay? We coming back because I straight up lit a whole ass vitality candle for Bass and Sekhmet, and let me tell you I woke up like a whole ass different person. Anyway, let's get into the breakdown. Oh, before I get started, don't forget, tomorrow is the last day to not only get tickets for the ceremony, the workshop that we're going to be doing during the lunar eclipse. It's going to be a ritual ceremony. We're going to be doing some chanting work. We're going to be doing a meditation, tarot. My workbook just came out for release work. Okay, I'll have it linked down below. So definitely make sure you get your tickets so you can partake and be part of the ceremony tomorrow. Also, tomorrow's the last day to use the code LUNAR33 in all caps to get 33% off all of my services. So if you need a reading, past life reading, astrology reading, tarot reading, if you need some energy healing, if you do what you need, like look at the website. Link will be down below for my website for all of my services. Now, with that being said, let's jump in. We have quite a lot to talk about. Okay, so planetary positions first, then we're gonna get into the aspects. Okay, so the sun will be in Taurus, moon will be in Scorpio, right? Lunar eclipse is in Scorpio. Mercury will be in Taurus in retrograde. Venus will be in Gemini. Mars will be in Cancer. Jupiter will be in Aries. Saturn and Neptune will be in Pisces. Uranus will be in Taurus. And Pluto will be in Aquarius. Okay, so there's also already a Taurus like stellium just present, right? We're getting real close to Jupiter moving into to Taurus, so wait for it, and it's very reflective in the cards. Wait for it, it's coming. But we're getting real close. We're inching our way through, but definitely we're having an earth stellium there when it comes to the Taurus energy, so there's a lot of grounding energy. But the moon is still in Scorpio, which means that it's going to be very emotional, very transformative. Let's get into the main aspects. Okay, so we have the sun in an opposition to the moon. First of all, the sun is in Taurus, fixed sign. The moon is in Scorpio, fixed sign. Earth, water sign. One rules death and transformation. The other is very comfortable staying just the way it is. And that's the Taurus energy. So the moon in Scorpio is going to dig real deep and really trigger some change, whether it's ego change or whether it's emotional change. Something is being released. Certain truths are coming out that might be uncomfortable to your own ego. You might be feeling a little triggered. There might be some conflicts, especially with our interpersonal relationships, okay? Certain people might show their true colors, okay? So yeah, be very gentle with yourself. Spirit said, trust no one. That's the message that's coming through. So I don't know who needed to hear that. But yeah, there's a lot of, you know, there's a little bit of a going on as well. So just be very gentle with yourself. Honor your feelings. Say what you need to say. Always. The sun will be in conjunction to Mercury, so you will be compelled to say your piece. Okay. And the sun will also be in conjunction with Uranus. So the things that you're saying are very transformative. It might even be chaotic, but there's a reason why it's happening. Trust why it needs to happen. Trust why you're being called to say what you need to say. Trust why you're getting tugged and pulled in that direction. There is a reason. Trust yourself. Trust that reason. Just trust yourself unconditionally. Trust why you're intuitively being called to say or do something. The moon will be in an opposition to Mercury, so there's a certain aspect of the things that are coming out of your mouth or the ways that others are communicating that might be emotionally triggering. Like it's a hard truth to accept. It's not, again, it is not an easy lunar eclipse. It's very emotionally transformative. So you have to be very gentle with yourself. And so it's important for you to, you know, hold space for your emotions, but also honor the truths that are coming out, because Scorpio rules the truth. Okay, it is time for those truths to be revealed and for them to come out now, even though it might not, again, it might not feel comfortable. So with that sun, with the moon in opposition to Mercury, it's like, I don't want to admit this. I don't want to accept this. I don't want to. Why? Oh my God. Now I got to process this. Like, it's heavy. It doesn't feel, this opposition is not necessarily, it's not the easiest thing to process because it's like logic going against feeling but you can't fight the truth, right? And so the way that you feel about it, it can feel really heavy. So just be very gentle with yourself. The moon will be in a trine with Mars, so some people will feel called to act on their emotions. Some people might be vindictive. Some people might, you know, lash out. Some people might get revenge. Okay. Lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Okay. The stinger will be out. Stop playing with these Scorpios out here. You about to catch some spiritual hands. You might catch some real hands. Y'all gotta be careful. Because the moon is in the trine with Mars. Mars, the planet of passion, war, action. Like for some people, again, you're feeling very called to intuitively say your piece, to intuitively say what you need to say. And then once those words come out your mouth, it's over. It's endgame. I said what I needed to say. So keep that in mind. Be very gentle with yourself. It's really, really important to be gentle with yourself. And honor your feelings, honor your anger, say what you need to say, but also recognize when you need to step back and just take care of you in that moment, because that's also important. The moon will be in a trine with Saturn. So trust and believe. Saturn is using this lunar eclipse to straight up hit people with some karma. If you're watching some people burn in flames, it's because they've been asking for it. For those who've been on astrology TikTok, y'all know what I'm talking about. For those who don't, I'll give you the tea real quick. There's a really big astrologer who I've never liked, I've never effed with on TikTok, who has about 600,000 people following him. I blocked him after he said that Saturn is the planet that restricts melanin over Black people. So that's why Black people go through so much bad stuff in life. He literally blamed slavery on a planet. And now he's getting exposed and called out for not only scamming people with readings, but also for domestic abuse. And I made a video and I said, oh, I wonder if he's going to blame Saturn for restricting his melanin. Because apparently it was Saturn. It's not, we don't have personal choice. It's not a personal will. Saturn is restricting melanin. Like literally when I first saw that video, I stitched it and I was like, who are y'all learning astrology from? Where are the source? Where are y'all learning astrology from? Because where the fuck is this coming from? What? You just literally said Saturn is racist. Anyway, I'm not even gonna dive in deep that. But listen, astrology TikTok is straight up lit right now because everybody's roasting them, and it's just like, well, all I know is he's about to go to jail because there's a whole warrant out for his arrest for domestic violence, which has nothing to do with Saturn, but with his choices. But anyway, that's the tea. That's the tea for the day. Yeah, moon is in a trine with Saturn. Some people are actively getting a very high dose of karma. There are consequences for your actions, and those actions are going to lead to your transformation, and that's what's happening during this lunar eclipse. So yeah, it's happening. People are getting exposed. Some people are being called out. Some people are gonna have to change their behavior if they want to hold on to their lives. I'm just saying. The moon will also be in an opposition to Uranus, so it's very F your feelings. I'm gonna say what I need to say, and I don't care if it's fully chaotic. I'm still gonna say it. This is what I'm saying. You know, when you have those if you had that outburst, make sure you're also holding space for yourself and your feelings, because Lord, Venus will also be in a square with Neptune, so there's a reason why certain people that you love are getting exposed. Certain things you're starting to break past some illusions, okay, that people have been portraying, and actually seeing things for what they are, okay. Mars is also in a square with Jupiter. Be mindful with doing a little too much, okay, because some of you might want to, like, this energy can be a little bit reckless, a little bit extreme, okay, and it can make you want to be like, oh, you gonna play me like that? I'm putting you in a bottle. I'm gonna straight up curse you for the rest of all of your lives. Like this energy with the way and the exposing that's happening, it can feel like, oh, some people are about to go through some things, and be mindful with spiritually lashing out. If you are handling a situation, if you're telling someone a truth, if you are having a conversation, keep in mind of how things can also impact spiritually, so you don't end up in some sort of spiritual warfare with some unnecessary, like, it could have been avoided if it could have just been handled properly, right? Like I said what I said, okay, bye, gotta go, you know, like, it didn't have to take another step. So be mindful of that, because I'm telling you, some people are gonna be acting real funny, okay. Mars will also be in a trine with Neptune, so this is going to really help with manifestation, amplifying manifestation, and really making things be really potent. We're definitely going to be more tapped in spiritually as well, so you could see a very clear window of how your path is opening up for you as we move into the future. Great for artists, great for those who need like a boost creatively, maybe actually putting themselves out there creatively as well. Really great for that as well. But great for spiritual manifestations and bringing manifestations to life, and it really shows in the tarot and oracle cards, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And then lastly, Jupiter will be in a square with Pluto. When I tell you, there's a reason why almost every reading I had today was like past life work. Listen, super important to be doing past life work right now, because Jupiter is in the square with Pluto, right? And eclipse energy lasts 2.5 weeks each one, okay? Each one lasts 2.5 weeks, and it's eclipse season, right? So Jupiter in a square with Pluto, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, abundance, luck, knowledge, philosophy, right? In a square, in a fight, because that's what a square is. It's a fight. They fight and they beefing. With Pluto, the planet of death and transformation. One, there's a lot of gifts and abilities that some of you have trapped in other lifetimes that you desperately need to recall. And this is why I'm always recommending, hey, y'all need to do past life work. But it will be very evident for some of you that have blockages right now that you can't seem to move past whatever it is. That is because of a past life, and it's like you can't resolve it until you heal the thing properly. Like, certain things need to be resolved properly. It doesn't matter how much Reiki you do, it doesn't matter how much crystals you put on you, like, it's just not going to, like, your soul is not going to be at peace with it until it gets addressed properly. And this is why past life work and soul work is so important. So make sure that you are doing the thing, okay? You might be very confused about why certain things are happening until you actually get that, you know, the knowledge as to why that blockage is there in the first place. Definitely, you know, important to be very self-aware with this aspect, because Lord, but there's definitely a focus on wanting to understand spiritually and looking for the answer spiritually. That's going to be amplified by that Jupiter square Pluto. So hopefully you come to the truth and you get the answer. If you set intention to know the truth, you will find it, but it might be in a very unexpected way. So be very gentle with yourself, okay? Now, when it comes to the tarot, okay, oh my God, okay. It's like major arcana central, by the way. I'm not lying. And who is surprised? I'm not surprised. So we're starting off with the Magician, the Sun, and then the Three of Pentacles. Please. Then we have the Fool and the Strength card. When I said it's major arcana central, it's major arcana central. I'm not playing with y'all. Neither is Spirit, because this is almost all major arcana except for the Three of Pentacles. Okay, starting off with the Magician. Like, some of you are going to be tapping into this moon's very, very much like manifestations and spiritual powers. Mind you, Scorpio is really good for money, business work, money workings, like really good for that. It's really good for, you know, especially when it comes to control. And one of the things I talk to you guys about a lot about is that Scorpio rules manipulation, both in a good and negative way. Okay, both ways. And it can be used for good, but Scorpio does rule manipulation. And so when it comes to taking control of the elements and actually, you know, tapping into your power, that's being amplified right now. So, and then we have the Sun and the Three of Pentacles. Like, for some of us, we are focusing on, you know, the things that we need to work on. We're trying to stay in alignment. We're trying to put in the work. We're trying to do the thing. Some people are going to be seeing this as a road opening. Some people are going to be very energized by this eclipse. It might feel more energized than other eclipses were, or even the last one. I know some people felt very high energy and some people were like very like sleepy. Like, I was very sleepy during like the solar eclipse. And that's because Scorpio, that's because Aries season never lets me sleep right. I always be getting like 3-4 hours of sleep. I'm a Leo rising. I need to sleep 8 to 10 hours a day. Okay, not like 5 hours. You want me to be cranky? I'm gonna be cranky if I can't get my full hours of sleep. Anyway, and that's how you know. That's on me being a Leo rising, me being a full-blown cat. Okay, give it up to the strength card. Leo. So for me, like, this particular lunar eclipse is definitely more restful. And there is a sense, there is an intensity there. There is the strength that we're building up to. We're definitely coming into our power in a way that we really haven't been working with before. There is a realignment with your higher self as well that is happening. And this reclaiming and focusing in on our abilities and how we're wielding this energy, how we're using it, is like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be shining. I'm trying to get on my, like, the way that the Sun and the Strength card both came out. The Sun rules Leo. Okay. There's this sense of I have to be me. I have to shine. I have to. Okay. I have to. So that energy is very, very present there. There's that need to allow yourself to grow, and then how you're going to put in the work, putting in the work spiritually, setting the foundation for what it is that you want and moving forward in that direction. Lots of beautiful things. Now, from Offset, I did pull some cards. Okay. So the first one that we got was actually this one. Okay, it says Rising Sun. A dark phase and a struggle is over. A new phase is upon you. One of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is won through boldness and persistence. You have been through much. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. From the divine solar child, a new consciousness is within you, is born. Mind you, the solar energy, it's a lunar eclipse, but it's the way that the solar energies are being like very present. It's crazy. Then we have Lady of the Stars, which is this one. Okay, and it says, Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom at an extremely high vibration. She brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity of divine service. She asks you to pay attention now because something significant is taking place at a spiritual level for you at this time. And this is definitely a fact because we are getting into that space where we are coming into our power. And talking about that, we have stay true and be in your power. You are a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you choose to. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is. And remember that you are a divine being, free to be you. Okay. So very powerful message. A lot of powerful transformations that are happening. We also got static conditions because some of us are going to go through some stuff. There's some of us that are actively moving past the chaos. And then we have time for nurturing and growth and abundance, which is literally like what we're doing. Like this, literally what we're doing. It's literally what we're like, that's where we're headed. Like, no matter where you're at within that, we're moving into growth and abundance. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Argue with your mama. It is what it is. But anyway, that was the reading, my loves. I hope that you guys got all of the messages that you needed. I'm sorry that it was late. Your girl was a little sickies. Okay, but I'm feeling better now. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow for the workshop. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of your love and support. Seriously, you guys just, I love you. And I will see you guys in the next video.